Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi.
Behold, I will send from many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send from many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. For mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. And first, I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. O Lord, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Shall a man make gods unto himself? They are no gods. Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know, I will cause them to know mine hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is the Lord.
Shalom, Israel. I want to give a special shout out to the brother Monetizak. As you can see, he makes some really great intros, man. So go to his channel, subscribe, and show him some love. Today's lesson: is it important to keep the Sabbath? The 10 Commandments was given to us by Moses in Exodus 20, 1 through 17. You'll find it there. I want you to notice how in the original Bible in KJV, all the commandments says, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. But the 4th commandment says, remember the Sabbath to keep it holy. Why does it say remember? I'm pretty sure because the Most High knew everyone would forget about the Sabbath. Exodus 20 verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of Yahawah thy Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Yahawah made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore Yahawah blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Exodus 31 verse 13. Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, verily my Sabbaths ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am Yahawah that does sanctify you. Ye shall keep the Sabbath therefore, for it is holy unto you. Every one that defileth it shall surely be put to death. For whosoever does any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. 6 days may work be done, but in the 7th is the Sabbath of rest, holy to Yahawah. Whosoever does any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations, for a perpetual covenant. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days Yahawah made heaven and earth, and on the 7th day he rested and was refreshed. So that means we're going to always do it. Forever means forever. Not just then, not just now, forever. We're always going to keep the Sabbath. Leviticus 23 verse 24. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets and holy convocation. Well, looks like we have a holy day here, not holiday, but holy day. This is a yearly Sabbath that we do each year, right? We get together and we have a feast. We blow the trumpets, which is the shofars, which are actually ram horns, is Israel style. And we celebrate and honor the Most High this day. Again, that's a holy day. Leviticus 25 verse 4. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for Yahawah. Thou shalt neither sow thy field, nor prune thy vineyard, Yahawah is teaching us that every 7 years you let your land rest, right? That's the Sabbath. You let it rest so it can grow crops fluently and you will always have food. He's hipping us how to farm and everything. Maybe this is why they make fake foods now, because they don't keep the land Sabbath. Deuteronomy 5 verse 12. Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it, as Yahawah thy Elohim has commanded thee. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of Yahawah thy Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thine ox, nor thine ass, nor any of thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates, that thy manservant and thy maidservant may rest as well as thou. So he's saying not even your animals have to work. Don't work them. Don't work any stranger, any foreigners that's with you, right? Nor your servants. Don't work them. He's stressing this. And remember that thou was a servant in the land of Egypt, and that Yahawah thy Elohim brought thee out thence through a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. Therefore Yahawah thy Elohim commanded thee to keep the Sabbath day. Isaiah 56 verse 1. Thus said Yahawah, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the son of man that layeth hold on it, that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and keepeth his hand from doing any evil. Neither let the son of the stranger that has joined himself to Yahawah speak, saying, Yahawah hath utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. For thus said Yahawah unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths, and choose the things that please me, and take hold of my covenant. Even unto them will I give in my house and within my walls a place and a name better than of sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off. Also the sons of the stranger that joined themselves to Yahawah to serve him, and to love the name of Yahawah, to be his servants, everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and taketh hold of my covenant, even them will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices shall be accepted upon my altar, for my house shall be called an house of prayer for all people. Yahawah Elohim, which gathereth the outcasts of Israel, saith, yet will I gather others to him beside those that are gathered unto him. Isaiah 58 verse 13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of Yahawah honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thy own ways, nor finding thy own pleasure, nor speaking thy own words, then shalt thou delight thyself in Yahawah, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of Yahawah has spoken it. What the Most High is saying, if you don't do your own pleasures on his day, and you make that day about him, he's going to feed you with the heritage of Jacob, pure blessings, man. He's going to look out for you in a way you could not even imagine. Keep the Sabbath. This is where it gets real. Isaiah 66 verse 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, says Yahawah. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, for their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh. Meaning, even in heaven, we're going to be keeping the Sabbath. And we're going to be seeing the ones that transgressed against the Most High burn in the lake of fire every Sabbath. Every single Sabbath, this will be the pattern. We worship the Most High, and as we're leaving out, we'll see the heathens burn in the lake of fire every single Sabbath. Forever. Forever, guys. Matthew 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. This is words from Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his name is Yahawah BaHaSham. He told us he is not come to destroy the law or the prophets. He came to fulfill, meaning he was the ultimate sacrifice. We don't have to do sacrifices on the altar. We're in captivity, right? And a lot of our Israelites, they're lost thinking, oh, that's the Old Testament. We don't have to worry about the Old Testament. Well, this is in the New Testament telling you that the law still exists. Right? In order to understand the New Testament, you have to know the Old. Okay, so the law is still in effect. Matthew 12, verse 8. For the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath day. Yahawashi is telling us that he is the Lord of the Sabbath day as well, because you had a lot of the Pharisees trying to catch him and things and trying to set him up and all this nonsense. He had to let them know that the Sabbath didn't apply to him. You can also find this on Mark 2, verse 28. Mark 6, verse 2. And when the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many hearing him were astonished, saying, From whence has this man these things? And what wisdom is this which is given unto him, that even such mighty works are wrought by his hands? So they were astonished with what he was saying, while he was teaching on the Sabbath, which we call the Shabbat. It's the seventh day of the week. As far as teaching on the Sabbath day, which is the seventh day, it also goes more into detail in Luke chapter 6, verse 6 through 9, and in Luke chapter 13, verse 10. Matthew 28, verse 1. In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn towards the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre. The reason why I posted this scripture is because it tells you at the end of the Sabbath, right, as it began to dawn towards the first day of the week, when you pay attention to the moon, the new moon lands on the Sabbath. So it lands only on the seventh day, right? So that when it says as it began to dawn towards the first day of the week, it's saying when Sunday kicked in, basically. It's called day one, but the heathens changed it to Sunday because they worship the sun. Weirdos.